segment of Gusto Live News. My name is Daki. You can spell it as Darki. Then you know it's double E. Quick one. Thank you for doing what you do. We love you guys so much. We appreciate you. Now, all of this would not be possible if you guys were not in our space, in our corner, and then we appreciate you for all of that. Because of this, we've made major updates. You can now stream us live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at the same time. All you have to do is look out for that channel that is most convenient for you and stream us in that space. We love you so much, and we're sure, I am assuring that in coming days from now, we are going to make major updates in our studio, set, and all of that. Trust me, it's going to be an amazing time, and you don't want to miss it for anything. Stay tuned. Tell a friend, tell another friend to come through the space and follow us on this channel, because in no time, we would need even you in our space. Anyways, let's see what the news look like. Like I said, welcome again to Gusto Live News. We'll begin today's news with no other person than the gentleman himself, the one who performed. He became the first African artist to perform at the 2023 Ballon d'Or ceremony, the biggest football award prize in the world. And Rema was there performing to great players like Lionel Messi, Mbappe, Erling Haaland, and all of great players you can ever think of. He was there representing the culture, Afrobeats, and Nigeria in that space. An amazing one, and we say congrats to him at the time. Moving on, we saw Rema and Gomez Calm Down. The video on YouTube has just surpassed 700 million views on YouTube. So what it means is maybe in the coming days from now, you'll be surprised that just a matter of days from now, we might just get Rema Calm Down on YouTube, just hit 1 billion stream on YouTube. It's going to be a massive one, and why that is happening, we want to celebrate Rema for just surpassing 700 million views on YouTube. Now, what this means is the fact that from when they dropped this project till date, an approximate of about 1 million people watch this video every day. That it doesn't get, because we have 365 days in a year, right? And then this project has done like a year and some months. So basically, if you do the math, we're having about 1 million plus people listening to this app or to this, watching this video on YouTube almost every day. 1 million people in the world watching your video every day is an amazing one. I will say congrats to Rema for that major achievement. Moving on, we saw all tracks on Rema Ravage EP made a debut on this week's Turntable Top 100, and then we saw Smooth Criminal coming through as number 2, D&D as number 16, Troublemaker 17, Don't Leave as 21, and then Red Portion as 25. Moving on, we have Davido as the next guy on the news. We saw Davido coming through and winning in the US. Basically, Davido Unavailable has become a big statement in the US. We saw Unavailable Mr. Keys is the 4th most added song of the week on the US Rhythmic Radio Media Base, and it went up about 9 ads. At the same time, Davido and Mr. Keys Unavailable reaches a new peak position of 46 on the US Rhythmic Media Base building charts today, and it went up 5.5% in spins. Moving on, we saw for the R&B hip-hop digital song sales, we saw Chris Brown's Sensational currently sit at number 13, having spent 2 weeks on the chart. And at the same time, for the R&B digital song sales chart, we saw Chris Brown's Sensational currently sit at number 10, having spent 2 weeks on the charts. Talking about the world digital song sales chart, we have Chris Brown's Sensational with Lil J and Davido currently sit at number 3, having spent also 2 weeks on the chart. Number 1 is Water by Tyler. Number 2, Calm Down by Rema. Number 3, Chris Brown with Davido and Lil J. Initially, Rema occupied number 1 for a long time, but now Tyler is back, and then she is doing crazy numbers with her song Water at the time. Moving on, we have Burna Boy Odogu for a Reason as the next guy on the news. We saw yesterday for the Billboard World Album, Burna Boy, I Told Them, currently sits at number 5, having spent about 10 weeks on the charts, and then Love Damini sit at number 15 when it made a reappearance on the chart, and then having spent 57 weeks on that chart. Moving on, we saw yesterday at the same time, it was disclosed that Burna Boy and DJ Khaled are going to be together on Khalid album because Khalid has decided to feature Burna Boy on the forthcoming album. Like I told you guys yesterday, DJ Khalid and his gangs, his guys, his folks, these are guys that owns the Billboard conversation, the Billboard numbers, the Billboard 100, and then we're sure that just maybe, Burna Boy might make a very big appearance again on the Billboard 100. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy yesterday at the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, where he went there performing and to continue the I Told Them tour. And obviously, like he did at the BMO Stadium, we saw Burna Boy appearance or the entrance, similar thing at the BMO Stadium. He came out in an upstairs thingy where he was singing to them, like he was speaking to them downstairs, and it was an amazing one seeing him perform songs like If I'm Lying, and also he came out to sing Secrets. And all these are amazing projects from Burna Boy, and all the fans were thrilled. Like I told you guys, I told them tour is going to be one of the best tours we've seen so far because it's going to be a cumulative effort of African Giants, Twice as Tall, Love Damini, and I Told Them. 4 albums put together, and obviously all the other songs he's done, other projects he's done, put them together and giving us in a tour or in a concert. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. If Burna Boy has 1 hour, what it does is he actually splits the 1 hour into different spheres so that he can sing to a whole lot of persons. And for me, I think that's smart. That's a genius move. And Burna Boy promises that this tour is going to be one of the best tours we've seen so far. Moving on, we saw DJ Khaled and Burna Boy linking up in a studio space, and then we saw them vibing to the song they have created together. Burna Boy made magic with DJ Khaled, and then Khaled was seen vibing and dancing with the song. Whenever we see Burna Boy in this move, we can be so sure that what is coming is bigger than who is about to listen. So trust me, we're waiting for this one, and we're coming to see what he and Khaled has done on this one. Moving on, we have Mohbad as the next guy on the news. For all those who have been asking, what is the update on Mohbad? What is the update on Mohbad? What is the update on Mohbad? This is the update, basically. A lot has been going on the ground. Questions have been taking place. A lot of back and forth. Names have been called. The father has been talking. But then we are still waiting for the autopsy result, and that will lead us to the next conversation. We will continue. Is it going to be a paradigm shift, or are we going to say, okay, let's put this person, let's arrest this person, let's do that? So basically, we are still at that level waiting for the autopsy result. And while that is being done, we advise everyone to remain calm because police are currently on this situation. Moving on, we saw yesterday the court grant Naira Marley and Sam Larry bail, worth about 20 million naira, and then they had to submit their passports so that they won't travel to the country, and then report to the police station every Tuesday for clarity and more questioning. Moving on, we saw just coming in, Mohbad's wife Wunmi was seen leaving the courts yesterday after intense questioning. Her name has been mentioned so many times, from Very Dark Black Man to Mohbad's father to Mohbad's sister. Wunmi's name have been on their lips saying, Wunmi, what happened? Wunmi, what happened? Wunmi, you've done this. Wunmi has been accused of a whole lot, infidelity, sleeping with Mohbad's friends. A whole lot of stuff have been put up against this lady, and also she had to go for questioning at the time, and you could see her leaving the court premise, having gone through serious question and answer. What will this yield out? We're sure that in coming days, we'll get reports from the court proceedings and then from the police department. Moving on, we have Young Duu as the next guy on the news. So it's exciting to see that we now have a portal for Young Duu at the time. An amazing guy, one of a talented guy who is doing good for himself. We saw, like I said yesterday, him and Portable had the back and forth issue, and then which made him leave Portable at the time, and then Portable withdrew the car he gave him and other benefits, and then Nigerians came together to support Young Duu. Moving on, we saw where Young Duu signed his first contract with the billionaire from the East. His name is Blood at the time, Bill Lord at the time, and then we saw where Bill Lord signed him, gave him an endorsement deal worth millions of naira, and that was a major stride in Young Doo's career. Moving on, we saw yesterday, there were snippets all over trending over Twitter about a song called Onyimo, and there was a song by Young Duu and Keta Ife. So basically, Keta is the bigger artist, so Keta Ife featuring Young Duu on that song. An amazing one. The snippet came out and people loved the snippet and the video idea. But then by midnight, as promised, when the song dropped on Apple Music, Young Duu name was not there. It was just Keta Ife, but then we could hear Young Duu singing. So the problem became, why will Keta Ife not give Young Duu his credit on the song he performed and sang on. And we saw people saying it became a back and forth on Twitter. Why has it done that? What has it done to Keta Ife? Will this not be another Portable promo? Because we all know at the point Portable felt was ripped, and that's why he came out to cry online saying, "I beg, help me, oh, they have ripped me, oh. Is this not Keta also ripping Young Duu?" And for Keta, we all know his history. He had back and forth with a lot of artists, from Berry Tiger to a whole lot of persons. Keta Ife has always been in the news for negative vibe when it comes to fellow artists at the time. He's a comedian, but then when he did Machala, it blew up, and ever since he has been trying to make a name for himself in the music space. We saw after the back and forth, Keta had to take the song down from Apple Music, and as we speak, that song currently is not on Apple Music. And then we saw talks about Olamide came out to say, now not Olamide Bado, but then an Olamide on Twitter. She said, Keta, if you has removed the song on Apple Music, maybe it's a mistake. Let's wait till tomorrow. It might be rectified. Basito said, Keta Ife dropped the song with Young Duu and he didn't give him credit on the song. He basically did all the singing. Now he has taken the song down. He has taken down the song on DSPs when the song had a lot of people waiting to push the song to support the boy. This is self-sabotage, if you ask me. Somebody said, what if it's a means to avoid Portable coming to collect royalties on the song? Just saying, because Young Duu is still his artist. Just what if? And that's on that point of view, it could just be that reason. At the same time, he said, and that person said, Keta has been spending on him new fresh clothes, probably an accommodation, short video, paid new producer plus studio time. It's only right if you want a return back on investment. Business is business. But why that is still trending on Apple Music, on Spotify, the song is still there on Spotify. And then on Spotify, we have Onyimo, Keta Ife, and Young Duu. So basically, on Spotify, Keta gave him credit on Spotify, but on Apple Music, he did not give him credit. What is Keta trying to do at this point? We don't know, but I'm sure that in coming days, we'll get full updates, and we'll come back to you guys to give you guys all the report happening between Young Duu and Keta Ife. My name is Daki. I'll catch you guys on the very next one.